Elliot, you. I saw you raise your hand.
I will say Cliff.
I'll take Cliff for 500.
Cool. So, will the real terrible sax player reveal yourself?
You might have to.
Yeah. Bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum, ba, ba, ba.
All right, so the answer was Cliff, if y'all didn't know.
Hey.
Alrighty, so the next one, which faculty or staff member attended a lovely wedding at Disneyland, where when the preacher announced the bride and the groom and the doves were released, one put on this person's forehead? Who was it?
Repeat that, Michaela, because you cut out.
Okay, so which faculty or staff member attended a lovely wedding at Disneyland, and the preacher, when the preacher announced the broom and the oh my gosh, the bride and the groom, the doves were released, and one pooped on this person's head. Who was it? Do we have anybody?
I didn't even really hear the whole thing, but except pooped on their head, so.
A bird pooped on someone's head at a lovely Disneyland wedding. Whose forehead was the target?
Ooh, on the forehead too.
I'm gonna say Vicky. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Marcy.
I'm also saying Marcy.
All right. So, could the pigeon target reveal themselves?
That was me.
Oh.
It was awful. It was birds. They were doves, and they'd been cooped up for a long time. So.
And why would people, more than one person, think I would be picked up?
I mean, it's not even related to personalities or anything. So.
I was picked on by a bird once, but not at Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm shocked too that somebody would guess me, because the last place on earth you'd ever find me is Disneyland.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Tori. We appreciate it for sharing that terrible story with us.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Very embarrassing, very embarrassing. Alrighty, so the next one is a round that everybody can play. It's a true or false question. So you would just, raise your hand if it's true, raise your hand if it's false, whatever. So our digital design guru, Casey Vaughn, has a tattoo of a beet emblazed on his chest. If you think it's true, raise your hand.
As a tattoo of a what?
Of a beet.
Beet.
A beet.
Oh, you killer tofu.
If it's true, raise your hand.
Nice dub reference.
False, raise your hand.
E-I-E-U.
Wait, I think it's true.
Alrighty, Casey, can you tell us the correct answer?
Show
There's
us the
definitely a tattoo of a beet on my chest.
proof. Prove it.
I thought I gave you guys a picture to show.
Yes, you did.
Show us the tattoo.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Erleichter.
Oh, yeah.
It means lighten up.
I see that right there.
Yeah.
What's with the beat?
Well,
this is obscene.
It's based on the Tom Robbins novel Jitterbug.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And your heart must be as light as a feather to spend eternity on the riverboat with all the cool people.
He's got a beet over his heart. Get it? Beet.
It's the
Heart
only
beat.
vegetable that bleeds.
True.
That is so true.
That's cool. I like that book.
You should read it if you haven't, all of you college people. It's perfect.
Very, very interesting. Alrighty. So the next question, which faculty or staff member spent their recent birthday sheltering in place with a bubble machine, an orange cat, and a platter of sushi on the living room floor?
I vote Deidre.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a video of this.
The
Yeah.
question is was the cat and the sushi all on the floor together? This doesn't sound very appetizing.
Great question.
I think that's Mark. That's my guess there.
Too. I think that's Mark.
Did the cat get some sushi?
Alrighty. So will the real birthday bubble basher, please reveal yourself.
That would be me. I am the.
Oh, nice.
I'm
The ginger
surprised
cat that always makes a cameo.
not everyone got that. I have a theme of my terrible birthdays. I spent one birthday years and years ago in a bomb shelter in Israel. So it's kind of my jam. But the sushi actually got sent to me by someone else. It was like a platter this big of sushi. So yes, I shared some with the cat because it was like $100 worth of sushi.
It was like the chef's special or whatever.
Happy late birthday, Jesse.
Yes.
Oh, the bubble machine. Love it.
I also spent my birthday in quarantine. It's not too bad.
Jesse's got this really scary cat.
Yeah. I remember being on like a Zoom call with you and it was
It's a cat.
Well, happy birthday to all of you who had to suffer through a shelter-in-place birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
A lot of you, yeah.
I use my unlimited Zoom account to connect with many friends.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
I love that.
Breaking the rules.
Alrighty, so we have two more questions, two more. So the next one, which faculty or staff member drove a tractor trailer on their parents' lap when they were 8 years old, plowing vacant lots of the city for the neighbors to make vegetable gardens?
Marcy.
Any more?
That's extremely specific.
I'm gonna say Deidre.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Deidre. Deidre seems like a guerrilla gardener.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, I want to say Andrea.
Or I'm gonna say Andrea. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Andrea. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, so will the real underage tractor driver please reveal yourself?
It was me. It was Kirby.
Oh, dang, nice.
Real quick. I was about 8, and
Kirby or
we had all these vacant
That was
lots
close.
in our neighborhood back in the hood. Everybody would buy houses.
Where was this? What city?
Omaha.
Omaha.
And so what happened?
Nebraska?
My father bought this tractor, and he'd go around, and people would pay us to plow these big vacant lots, and that's where their gardens. And I remember riding on that tractor, riding through the city on a tractor. Everybody's like going by us, like think we were kind of odd, but yeah,
That's awesome.
it's fun.
Yeah.
8?
Things were different back in the day, guys. You could let 8-year-olds drive whatever.
Oh my, that's insane.
Right? No seatbelts, no license.
I grew up in the 80s, so I got that last vestige of like, just let them roll around in the floor of the van on the road trip. Who cares?
I mean,
20 kids in the back seat, no seatbelts, the dog, no car seat.
We didn't even have air conditioning in the van.
Those were the days.
All right, you guys. So last question. Which journalism faculty or staff member was known for doing the best moonwalk in high school and college?
Mark.
I want to say none of you.
Same.
I'm gonna give it to Marcy.
I'm going to say whoever it is, I'm challenging them to a moonwalk off next time we can be in person.
So we know it's not Casey.
Casey?
Oh man. All right. So Will, the real moonwalker, please show us your moves.
Nice.
I wish I could see this.
No!
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Wait,
All right.
replay. Yeah, replay.
It's all right. I'm ready to have a straight dance off next time.
Who was it? Who was
Andrea.
it? Oh, beautiful. Whoop.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
We need some vintage photo to know that it was like how good it was back in the day, you know?
Yeah, I'm a little rusty. I told Vicky that when we go face to face, I'm ready for a challenge.
It's a walk-off.
All right.
Oh man. I love this. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for participating. That was super fun. A lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. So tell people to join Journalism Club next semester. Hopefully it will not be virtual. Hopefully we'll have legitimate meetings face-to-face and it'll be a little better. So I'm gonna give it back to Vicky so we can go over the awards and stuff and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Michaela. Woo woo. Michaela, thank you, and the Journalism Club. Awesome. Thanks for that little like game show type of trivia quiz that we had. I see that was painless. And you know, there's always with me, there are bonus questions. Anyone who's taken my media law class knows you always get a bonus question. So here's a bonus question for you. This one was a late submit, and I couldn't include it in our prepared questions. So which faculty or staff member was an Eagle Scout?
Oh, that's Mark.
Yeah, too easy.
Yeah, Mark, they got you. You want to
One time I was trying to catch this fish and an eagle came and it just swooped it right up out of the lake.
That was an osprey and it was on the Trinity River.
Yeah.
Seriously. I was reeling in a salmon and an osprey, it like breached and this osprey like swooped down and grabbed it and dragged it off. And then a Native American guy gave me another fish because he felt bad for me.
Nice.
So I will share with you now something that I thought was really, really fun that Mark had sent. Get a load of this.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. right
Wait,
there.
so did you put on your old uniform or did you Photoshop yourself on?
That's my actual uniform.
So that was Mark when he was 15. Come on.
He's tricking a little bit and
Nice.
you're 15-year-old.
I like the Pabs hat. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's how he got his beard patch, was from having that beard at 15.
And that was
Puppy. Our new puppy.
oh, new puppy.
Oh.
Puppy.
There's two.
Really?
And like all bonus questions, that was way too easy. I could add a second bonus question here, which is the question I ask every single spring banquet, which is,
Get your Google ready, everyone.
what are the first 5 words of the First Amendment?
Tony Wallen is awesome.
I do the best amendments.
Congress shall make no
Congress shall enact no law.
And Tony put that on his quiz. First 5 words of the First Amendment. Come on, who's got it?
Congress shall enact no law.
Congress shall make no law.
Congress shall make no law. Right. Woo!
That's kind of what they're doing right now.
Bonus points for Hondo. All right, now we're going to move on. We're going to be announcing scholarships and outstanding student awards. For that, we're going to turn to faculty and for the awards. So I'm going to ask the faculty to unmute themselves and prepare for the award ceremony. As we go into the award ceremony here, get your banquet forms together so you know the order, and we will make a presentation. As we make these presentations, Tori is going to make a presentation of the certificates, and Tori, you might have to say some verbal woo woo so that your screen pops up for everybody when you make the presentation. So I will throw it over to Deidre for our very first scholarship award.
Deidre? Is it Deidre or is it Andrea?
Andrea.
Is it Andrea on the sheet?
Yeah.
I got it wrong. Andrea.
Okay. I got it over here.
I'm going off the top of my head.
I had it put on a big screen because it's too small. All right. How y'all doing? Let's put some hands up. It's what, Wednesday? 3 more weeks to go?
2.5.
2.5 weeks to go?
3.
3. Kirby can't count. We can't count. Okay. So, scholarship news. The first scholarship, here's a drum roll, for the Craig Hadley Memorial Scholarship. This is a scholarship provided by the Gordon, Monica, and Craig Hadley Memorial Academic Trust Fund, established by late publisher of the Hadley newspapers. It's awarded to students interested in community newspaper journalism. This year's recipients are Jasmine Martinez and Nancy Garcia.
Woo, yeah. There's yours.
Yes!
Ah, that's right.
Woo!
Good job, ladies.
So you
Go
don't,
for it.
Okay. All right. We have the next scholarship we have is another Hadley scholarship. It's the Gordon Hadley Memorial Scholarship. And this scholarship is awarded to a journalism student who has achieved distinction in newspaper journalism. This year's recipient is Carlos Holguin, and he is
Yeah, good job.
he was recently awarded and notified that he received the SPJ Regional Award for General News Reporting for his work on the investigative news series on the UPD Chief Peterson investigation. So, bravo to Carlos.
Just hold him up a little longer so we can read him. Thanks. It was really fast. It was like I couldn't even read.
Is it showing again, Tori?
Yeah. Yeah, I just showed it again.
Okay.
Hello.
All right, and I have one more scholarship to present. It's the Press Freedom Scholarship. This is awarded to a journalism student who has displayed outstanding commitment to First Amendment issues. This year's winner is Carlos Holguin.
Good job.
Carlos with the 2P.
Yeah, we're recognizing Carlos again for his, in particular, he was nominated for this award for his work involved in defending the Lumberjack when it was under attack last semester, and also for his ongoing news sleuthing and fighting for the freedom of the press.
Rock on, Lumberjack.
Congratulations.
Carlos, you got a word or two for us?
Beach.
Thank you. Thank you to the department for taking me in, and I don't know. I'm speechless
And tired. And tired.
and tired. Very tired.
So tired.
Congratulations.
Good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
All right, I'm going to turn the floor over to Deidre now.
Hello, everybody. I have had the privilege this year of being the Lumberjack Advisor, which apparently is my dream job. So I'm having a blast. And I am first giving out the Howard Seaman Award. Howard Seaman is someone who cared so much about the Lumberjack newspaper that he gave enough money that we can, in perpetuity forever until the end of time, give some money to our Lumberjack editors, which is part of their stipend. So last semester, Deja Zavala was our Howard Seaman Award winner, and Deja created a paper in the midst of blackouts and all of the fun of last semester, floods and basic insanity. And she did so with the help of James Wild, who was a star reporter in the fall semester and who is now volunteered to lead us into the spring semester, which ended up not printing a paper after spring break, except for the fact that we printed a 16-page paper, mailed it out to 6,400 students. You far and wide in Southern California or Oregon are going to get in your mailbox pretty soon, mailed out today, a 16-page Lumberjack, a 20-page Alenia Door, and of course your student voting guide for the Associated Students elections. Thanks to all our fabulous workers. So James Wild, you get the Howard Seaman Award. Give it up. Woo!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
James, you got a word for us?
Just thank you. It was a privilege, and it was definitely a team effort. So goes to the whole lumberjack staff, because definitely couldn't have done it without them. So yeah, thank you.
Everybody makes me proud on that paper. I mentioned them today. I do nothing, and I feel like I somehow get some people, but I do absolutely nothing. So other than step back and let the students make an excellent professional paper. The next scholarship that I'm giving out is the Florence McClary Memorial Scholarship. Florence McClary, the scholarship is in honor of Macklin and Anne McClary, in memory of Professor McClary's mom. Mr. McClary, Mac McClary's mom, was a big inspiration to his career in journalism. I was privileged enough to meet Mac McClary when I first came on here, and he was hilarious, wonderful, and brilliant. And he would love that this award in honor of his mother was going to this this student who has worked on the Lumberjack for several semesters in a row. I'm proud to announce as of today has won an election for the fall 2020 Lumberjack editor, and that would be Grace Caswell. Woo woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Good job.
Legit.
La, da, 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 da.
Grace, speech.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Those blueberries? Yeah.
All right. Well, you're welcome, and both James, Deja, and Grace deserve these awards, and I'm just been privileged and honored to work with them. I will now pass this right along to Mark McKenna.
All right. So my form is a little messed up, so I want to make sure I'm doing both of them right, Vicki.
Yes.
All right. So the first one we're giving out is the Pete Wilson. Well, the first one I'm giving out is the Pete Wilson Broadcast News Scholarship, and that is for the student who has shown the most promise and interest in broadcast. The student that we're giving this out to has done a huge job at KRFH. And we had a former, an alumni come out and work on some promotional videos with us. They were a huge part of that as well. So the Pete Wilson Broadcast News Scholarship is being awarded to Thomas. Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Nice
Oh,
job.
God,
Superman.
Woo!
All right, Thomas, you got some words for us?
I want to start like everybody else and say, I mean, I thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, KRFH has been a huge part, especially of my life over the past couple of semesters. And, you know, it's just, you know, it's a joy to do. So I'm super stoked. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, and our next one is the Wayne K. Miller Memorial Photojournalism Scholarship. And that is awarded to the Journalism and Mass Communication Department's most promising still photojournalist. There's no surprise here. This one also goes out to Thomas. Thomas has been crushing it lately for the Lumberjack. And I will say this, Thomas has always, since I've had him in class, he's always taken risks with angles and trying new things with his shots. Failed miserably and come out the other side way better, just like you should do. So just want to give a shout out to Thomas for constantly pushing your own boundaries and taking risks and chances that pay off. That blurry shot you have from the track meet in the rain just floors me every time I see it. It's great.
Thanks, Mark. I really appreciate that. I mean, you started me on that path, so it's been fantastic. I'm really glad that I'm glad that they're not awful photos. You know, it's good to know that there were something. That means a lot to me.
Well, I'm looking forward to calling you a colleague and not a student. So,
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I'm up next. Thank you, Mark, for those presentations, and then Thomas, congratulations again. And I don't know if you students are watching closely, but you can see how your professors are passionate about your work and really feel proud of you and are expressing that here in the awards that we're giving you and the scholarship awards. This is money that's going to go toward your tuition, which is really helpful, we know. But it's also really exciting to see your peers, your student peers, shouting for you in the chat and getting really happy. I just was watching Elliot as Thomas won that, and I know you guys are tight. And I know Elliot's really proud of you, and he also does some really great work. And you know, and it's really neat to see you guys like cheering each other on and really happy for each other. And that makes us really feel good. And that's why we're in this business of higher education, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to be giving out the next award, and the next award is the Journalism Department Scholarship. And this is an award based on a person who has good academic performance and promise in the fields of journalism or public relations, and also that contributes greatly to the department. This person has really been very helpful to me, not only as a department chair, but also as an advisor to the Journalism Club. I enjoyed traveling with this person who I could say was a consummate professional. And when you travel with students as faculty, you don't always get along with the students you're traveling with. I have to say it was a great group that we traveled to Washington, D.C. this past year. But I want to acknowledge that the student is doing a great job academically and also really helps us around when we need it. The award for the Journalism Scholarship goes to Michaela Moore-Bastide.
Good job.
Good job.
Michaela.
Thank you. What the heck? Thanks.
You're welcome. And now to my colleague Kirby Moss for the next award.
Yeah, so I'm going to be presenting the award for the Journalism Alumni Scholarship, and this is for financial purposes mainly, and it is based on academic performance and promise in the fields of journalism and public relations. And this goes to Steffi Puerto and Rebecca Lawrence.
Good job. Good job, ladies.
Turn your mics on, ladies. Say something so we can see you.
Yeah.
Hi, I was not expecting that. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm kind of like in my car. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I wasn't expecting that either, but I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Oh, now Deidre is up again.
It's me. I'm here again.
And these are the oh yeah.
Yeah, we're headed to the outstanding students. So we've given out a bunch of scholarships to returning students who are coming back next semester. And now it's time to honor the senior. I think we're honoring seniors who are all, for the most part, leaving us for the next few awards. And, this person that I'm going to award Outstanding Student in Lumberjack, you've already heard from me that this person's quite amazing, has stepped up. I just wanted to say that James Wild learned layout this semester, and he has just done so many things. He's reported.
A great writer.
He's a great writer. He has mentored new writers and new editorial staff, and always kind of with a smile on his face, sitting back, watching things happen. I'm just amazed and pleased and so happy to have worked with James this semester. So James, you're outstanding student in the Lumberjack. Congratulations.
Yay.
Thank you. To Cliff.
Awesome.
Cliff, you're going to talk about the awesome student in KRFH. Who could that be?
Right. Well, we've got some really outstanding students in KRFH, and it was a task to come up with a student for outstanding student. It was too hard to nail it down to just one, and Vicki and I were wrestling with this, like, how can we do this? So we've actually got a dual winner this time. We've got Alejandro Cepeda, otherwise known as Hondo. Yay!
Yay!
Absolutely. And of course, Jen Kelly as well. Yay! As last semester, basically Alejandro really stepped up to the plate. We were having a rather rough semester. We almost lost the club, and he jumped in at the last second and pulled it all together, brought enough students in to fill the right positions. So we saved the KRFH club. The class also was having some issues, and he stepped in midway through the semester to be the manager, which was fantastic. Jen stepped up to the plate at the last second to get graphics onto the back page of the Osprey, which was fantastic, and has done an outstanding job with this semester as being a manager of KRFH, and has really shown what a really great manager can do, and is still doing a great job, even though KRFH is no longer actually meeting. Her leadership is really doing a fantastic job. So congratulations to both Hondo and Jen.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you so
Want to
much.
say a word?
Sure. Oh, you first.
Thank you guys so much. KRFH has been really, really fun, even though we haven't necessarily gotten to do as much as we thought we would. But it's been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to coming back next semester.
And Hondo, from your jet fighter there,
The X-Wing.
your X-Wing.
I mean, thank you guys so much. KRFH was one of the best things I ever did in my life. It really meant a lot.
I'll take the leader.
Every time in a year, I'm going to lose the end of it. But, you know, I'm glad that I got to do what I got to do during that. And I don't know, I just hope that we can, I don't know, I found it and it's sort of saved me. So I hope that we can continue that and other people can do it in the future and hopefully figure some things out. I don't know, but thank you.
I'm up. So I know some of the students who are on this video chat today, don't know all of you. I'm Andrea. I am the faculty advisor for El Leñador. I've been advising the bilingual newspaper since 2016. And this year, we've had some tremendous people on staff. So this was a tough decision. But this person is just, you know, a super reporter, all around excellent leader on the paper who was willing to help folks and mentor them, and I think took the paper to a new level. So this year's outstanding student on El Leñador is Vanessa Flores.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
whoop, whoop. I don't know where she's at. I can't see if she's on another page.
Say a few words, Vanessa.
Okay, well, I don't know what she'll have to talk in a second, maybe. So Vanessa,
she's honking. Is that her?
Oh, that's me. I'm in a bridge. Sorry.
Okay. I can see you now. So Vanessa, last semester was EIC of the paper, and last semester just, you know, killed it with the news, like just starting out of the gate with that story and leading that team with the interview with the president. So that, and some following up on some really big news stories with what was going on with diversity and some of the stuff going on with administration. Also importantly, was during that whole power outage stuff was that Vanessa was like in her car charging her cell phone, so she could do reporting. So, yeah. So, congrats.
Thank you, Andrea. I really miss you guys. I've always said this, but I like El Leñador has really changed my life for the better. Like, seriously, I didn't even know about El Leñador when I went to Humboldt. And thanks to Kirby, you know, putting me on with it. She was like, you gotta meet Andrea. I'm so glad that I met Andrea. Seriously, she's helped me out so much. So thanks. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you too.
We're gonna miss you, Vanessa.
Vanessa's going to grad school at UC Berkeley next fall.
Hi.
Up next, who's up next? Jesse.
So next up we have the outstanding student in Osprey.
And this student was outstanding in Osprey, but is also outstanding in lots of other aspects of journalism in the professional world and at HSU. But in Osprey, this student actually really had a focus on paying attention to things that were important, which they have a tendency to do in all of their reporting. But Osprey went from being a magazine, in lots of semesters, it's been lots of different things. And students often just kind of wrote about what they cared about and what was important to them, which was awesome. But this student decided that it was really important to have a focus on social justice, and to focus on things that were important to everybody, not just, you know, I'm interested in tennis, so I'm writing about tennis, which is awesome, and I love that. But I really thought that was a really bold move to take it into sort of more of a serious realm that was tackling these big issues that really mattered. And another thing that I want to say about this student is working in Osprey, of course, it's a group effort, and I wish I could give awards to every single student who was on Osprey, because we all know it would not have happened without everybody contributing. Like, everybody really, really played a role. But I really appreciated how this student stepped up to help their peers. And, you know, when things would get frustrating and it was difficult, just kind of stepped in and found solutions so that everyone could still participate and everyone's voice did matter. So the award for Outstanding Student in Osprey goes to Freddie Brewster.
Whoop, whoop. Awesome. Thank you so much. Osprey was so much fun. I loved everything when, you know, as far as like chatting and compiling stories to, I don't know, like helping edit and like frame stories as well. And it was a lot of fun, and I was glad to be able to help everyone and collaborate.
Thank you, Freddie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Deidre.
It's my turn again. I get to announce the Outstanding Student in Visual Journalism. This award is given to a student who excels in still and video photography. You've already heard his name once or twice, actually twice. So this will be time number 3.
Whoop, whoop.
Who could it possibly be? Thomas Law. Good job, Thomas Law. Woohoo! There it is. Tori's holding it up. Say something.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, it means a lot. Like I said earlier, it means a lot to know that I'm doing good stuff. I mean, that's extremely validating to me, and I appreciate everybody who's stayed with my crazy ideas and stuff. And it's a good time. I really do enjoy it.
Thomas was out there in the COVID-19 quarantine shooting a picture of a woman with a mask on her face for our cover on Monday night. So kind of and took many great pictures for that. Plus, oh, did I mention he's the sports editor too? But that's beside the point. This is Visual Journalism Award. I get another award. I get to announce the Outstanding Student in Layout and Design. This person has made just some spectacular graphics for the Lumberjack that I'm positive will be award winners. Clever, funny, smart, visually engaging. The award is a new addition that we've made to recognize students who demonstrate skills in InDesign, Illustrator, layout, freehand drawing, creative, artistic, and that would be Jen Kelly. Thank you, Jen. Woohoo!
Thank you. Good job.
For fun, and now I'm turning it over to Marcy for the next thing.
All right. Hi, everyone. I just want to say, first of all, I miss you all. It's really great seeing you all on Zoom this way, and I wish we could do it in person. I'm giving the Outstanding Student Award in news, and I have to say that this was a really hard award to pin down. There's so many of you guys who are really outstanding, and y'all can hear me, right? Because I can't see myself.
I can hear you.
Talking to myself? Okay. I've, as Vicky said, dating me as the oldster in the room. I've been here about 15 years at HSU, and I've come across a number of really amazing students. Every time I think that we've graduated all the amazing students we could possibly graduate. We get another crop of amazing students. But this person has really, is really quite extraordinary. And in my 15 years of teaching at HSU, I don't think I've met another student that is as extraordinary in terms of seriousness of purpose and collaborative spirit and being generally nice and funny and interesting and the type of person that really everyone wants to work with, just because he is so interesting and serious. And so the Outstanding Student Award in News goes to the Buddha on the dashboard.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah. Star while you're getting your award.
Nice job, Tony. Here you
Don't
go.
look, Tony, but give us some honking.
There's
Honk
people
for sure.
not honking at you, not honking at you. Oh, they told me to honk. Thank you, Marcy. I think one of the first things you told me was what I think are my defaults are actually my greatest assets, and that has been the best advice I think I've ever gotten. And so that's really helped me out. Yeah, thank you.
So Tony's going to Long Beach next fall for a master's down over there. He's going to be the country's first poet laureate journalist.
Investigative poet, as they call John Ross.
Poet laureate journalist.
Rebecca, your mic's on, and when you're dropping things back there, it was we could hear it. Just to let you know.
Oh, sorry, my candle fell, so I kind of had to run.
And so now I'm handing this off to Jesse.
Can you guys hear me okay? I have a fan running.
Yes.
Is there too much extra noise? Okay. Sorry, I left a pot of water on when this started and I almost burned down the house. Okay, so next up is Outstanding Senior in Public Relations. And this student I'm really, really thrilled to have had the chance to work with a little bit, although I wish I would have been able to work with them more. This student consistently goes above and beyond just on assignments, on projects, on working with the community. And this semester in particular has been obviously, as we all know, very challenging. My students in public relations were working with real client organizations in the community and on campus, and then everything got shut down. So their huge projects that they're working on all got derailed, and even the organizations that were still up and running were not doing what they were intending to do. So all of my students had to completely revamp their projects, and this student in particular really just went for it. And instead of kind of scaling back and doing a theoretical version of their project, they're doing it, and they're ahead of schedule of where they should be, completely going above and beyond and doing really good work for the campus and the community. So because of that, and just being a stellar student and really great to work with, the outstanding senior in public relations goes to Kata Peters.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah,
whoop.
Kata.
Woo!
Good job.
Thank you.
Will you say something?
Oh, I don't know. I'm embarrassed. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Yay, public relations.
Thanks for sticking with it and hanging in there. I know that it's been quite the challenging semester, but you're rocking it and you're doing a great job. Next up, I'm handing this over to Kirby Moss.
Okay. Well, yeah, so I'm looking at the next award is for the Outstanding Senior Academic Achievement Award, and this is based on the students with the overall HSU GPA and their major GPA. And I'll name the three people. I won't tell you their GPA. They start at about 3.7 and go to 3.9. 3, those kind of, I don't know, I never had those kind of numbers in my undergrad years. But anyway, it's Kara Peters, James Wild, Freddie Brewster, and Liam Warner. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's hear from Liam. Liam, you got a few words?
Good job.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Anyone else? Oh, okay, yeah, Liam. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Got a bunch of them.
Freddie, Cara,
And Liam.
Liam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Whoop, whoop. And there's no one out
All right, I have the pleasure of announcing the last 2 Outstanding Student Awards that we are giving out this semester. Not that we are stopping here, there's more to go after, but Outstanding Student Awards. We added a new award this year for Outstanding Freshmen. And the Outstanding Freshman Award is going to go to students who have done really well in their journalism courses, and also not just have done well in like one course, but have done well in numerous courses. This year we have 2 recipients who've been doing outstanding in their coursework. Our first recipient is Rebecca Lawrenson.
Good job, Rebecca.
Whoop, whoop.
And our second,
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you didn't burn the room down.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I have like a bunch of candles and a lot of things going on, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna fall.
I just want to tell the students that, you know, I've had a lot of discussions with Rebecca. She's one of my advisees. She's not yet been in my class, but I cannot wait to have her in a class of mine. She is absolutely brilliant just in speaking with her. Intelligent, smart, savvy. I'm just really excited to have you eventually in a class, and we're really excited to have you in the program. So congratulations on being one of the outstanding freshmen. And our second recipient is Karina Ramos Villalobos.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Karina. There you go.
Karina, can you say a few words? I can't see you here. Where are you? Maybe she's not with us. She had the job. I thought she was with us earlier. All right. Well, congratulations to our freshmen. I'm really excited that we are acknowledging our outstanding freshmen for the first time, and that's a really great award. The next award, I'm going to, the last one of our Outstanding Student Awards is Outstanding Contribution to the Journalism Department. As the journalism chair, it is an honor for me to acknowledge that this award would go to someone who goes above and beyond the call of duty to help the journalism department and is also an amazing ambassador for our program. This is a person who has done so much, and I don't think there's a person in the room who would disagree with this selection when we have seen her time and time again at the front desk, helping students behind the scenes, doing such great work academically and in her classes. And also it was such a pleasure to travel with when we went to the journalism club trip in Washington, D.C. And the Outstanding Student Award for from the journalism department goes to Vanessa Flores.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Good job, Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa! Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you. It was a pleasure working with you all. I'm gonna miss you.
Thank you, Vanessa. Your level of professionalism was really appreciative for all the work you did for us. Was definitely above and beyond. Thank you. So I would like to acknowledge that we have several seniors graduating this semester, and I wanted to recognize those seniors. And hold on a second. Let me share my screen with you. It's getting a little cluttered on my screen. Hold on a second. Here we go.
I think Tony's going through the Stockton Tunnel right now.
Tony's going through.
I'm Broadway. I'm going through the Blade Runner tunnel in San Fran.
I wanted to acknowledge the class of 2020. Congratulations to our graduating journalism seniors. coronavirus may have sidelined the in-person graduation ceremony, but not our celebration of you. Cheers to the following journalism students graduating in May 2020. Sylvia Alfonso, I see a typo in there, uh-oh. Dion Alston, Abel Anaya, Isabel Beer, Freddie Brewster, Cassie Codillo, Vanessa Flores, Andre Haskell, Guy Hopkins, Nick Kemper, Alberto Muro, Sam Papavassiliou, Alexis Para, Cara Peters, Kira Price, Amanda Schultz, Tony Whalen, Liam Warner, Michael Weber, James Wild, Jet Williams, Chelsea Wood, and Alejandro Zepeda. We really celebrate you, are excited for your graduation. The asterisk next to your name designates that you are graduating with honors, which is a nice thing to know. And we are proud to share this moment with you in recognizing you as the class of 2020 that will forever be remembered as the class that had to have a virtual option for a graduation.
Whoop, whoop.
Congratulations.
Oh, let's go to the Hungry Club.
Hey.
And with that, I wanted to say thank you all for attending the spring banquet. And it was a real pleasure honoring our students. All of you are fantastic in your own way. We don't have an award for every single one of you, but we like to acknowledge that some of those who shine above and beyond were recognized today, and the rest of you, we will still see you back next semester so that you can shine with us again and we can acknowledge you next go around, which would be great. So I want to thank you all and wish you the best as you still navigate through the last 2 weeks of classes. Hang in there. It is almost over. Almost.
Just beginning, Vicky.
What's that?
I said just beginning.
It's just beginning. I don't know. I think we're almost at the end of at least the end of the semester. So just a couple of thank yous to my colleagues in the journalism department, both faculty and staff. My staff was very busy the last few weeks helping design these certificates. Did a wonderful job. Savannah and Tori designed and created and printed those for all of you. They will be sending those to you in the mail. We will be sending you an email to make sure that we have your appropriate address. We know a lot of you have shifted locations, and we want to make sure we get your certificates to you. So you may receive an email regarding that in the next couple of days. Those of you who received scholarships will also be receiving emails to get the correct information that we need in order to process those scholarships for fall and spring semesters next year. And as we leave tonight and say, you know, our spring banquet is in the books, 2020 is in the books. I've made a little video that I'm going to share with you. You can feel free to drop out at any time or stick with it. It's an 11-minute video. I will apologize for any lack of pictures that I have in there from events that happened and I didn't have them on my home computer. Most of this came off of my phone or in desperation asking people for some pictures. And I hope you will enjoy this as we say goodbye. Any final words from other faculty? Did I miss anything?
I would love to chime in and just reiterate that you guys are all completely amazing. And we went round and round and round trying to figure out who to give which award to because we all really feel like most of you, all of you deserve an award. And not just like from my heart, there's so many people I would love to hand an award to, and I just want you all to know that you're all fabulous.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So here's the spring banquet. Where is it? Of course I can't find it right now. I'll find it. The journalism spring banquet video. Problem is I'm the host and it's not allowing me to shrink the thing so I can find it on my computer. Here we go.
You just take it out of full screen, Vicky.
I got it. It won't let me when I'm the host. But hold on, I got it. Figure the workaround. There we go.
Yep, they're all saying goodbye. We have a chat going.
Oh no.
That was really nice, Vicky.
Yeah, I'm real sad.
That was good, Vicky.
I'll start crying.
Good night, y'all. Love you.
Love you. That was sad.
Love you all too. Wow.
Big hugs.
I was cutting onions, man. What the hell?
Congratulations.
Bye, guys. It was a blast. I'll miss you all.
Y'all are amazing.